Hello everyone, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. There's a few things that I want to talk about. We're just going to do something over to Del Rio from San Antonio. That's a curious reflection on the door there, since considering my truck is in the way, so I don't know. But anyway, there's a few things that I want to talk about. Like I said, one of which that you might already be noticing is I got a new graphics card for my computer, the one that I was really wanting to get, and it's probably the best graphics card I can get for this computer too, because of its size and all that. I haven't made any recordings in the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to get into that. There it is. Alright, so we got a job going to Del Rio, so let's go ahead and get on the road. And look how smooth that is. But like I said, I hadn't made it a video in the last couple of weeks, and wasn't anything in particular going on, not like before. Stop. With my mental issues or anything like that. It's just that in the past earlier videos I said that my brake pedal went out on my Thrustmaster TMX Pro wheel, and I had a workaround for that. I was using a couple of buttons as the brakes, and I had to really feather it out to get it to work right. But a couple of weeks ago is when, sorry, you gonna let me go? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna let me go. Thank you. Right? Don't move. Cop giving me the stink eye there. Then we do have a job coming back from Del Rio to San Antonio. So like turning around and coming back. I mean, good enough, I think. Go. Boom. All right. Let's load her up. Sorry. Okay, going to the Home Depot in Del Rio. Yeah, I could go that way, but I'm not. Going out the other way. Just because I can. So, as I was saying, about my Thrustmaster wheel, that the brakes had been out for a long time and had been looking for a replacement 2-pedal set, and just not, you know, they don't sell them separately unless you go on eBay and find one that's used, and you never know what you're going to get with that. So, and I was wrestling with the idea of just buying a whole brand new wheel with the wheelbase and the 2 pedals. But what ended up happening was that a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I were sitting here doing whatever, and suddenly we smelled something burning. And to me, because of my previous firefighting experience, when I served in the Navy, to me it smelled like an electrical fire. And so began looking around for the source, and I narrowed it down to where my, excuse you, goodness, narrowed it down to where my thrustmaster base, the wheelbase, was sitting, and I felt the casing on it, and yeah, it was very hot. I wasn't using it, it was just sitting there plugged in like always, but it was running very hot. And I said, yeah, so that had to be it. It was burning up on the inside. So went ahead and unplugged it, and that gave me the motivation I needed to just to go ahead and buy a whole brand new one. And I went ahead and bought exactly the same one that I had before, the Thrustmaster TMX Pro with 2 pedals. I can always upgrade it with 3 pedal set and the TH8A shifter, but there's just not enough room on my tiny little corner desk for that. So, and as it turned out, I was waiting for my birthday to come around to get that graphics card. So last Tuesday on the 25th was my birthday, and I was able to get the graphics card, the wheel, replacement wheel, and it's so nice to have a working brake pedal again. And also went ahead and got another new microphone, a much better microphone. So, and you can't see it, but it's just right off camera right here. So the 25th was my birthday. I got the money, spent it all, and on the 28th, on Friday, is when I got it all in. And you want to talk about one happy little boy. And first thing I did was install the new graphics card. Almost installed it backwards. I'm not going there. So put in the new graphics card. Had to set up my new wheel with the software, and then went through a lot of games that I hadn't played in a long time, games that I'm going to start playing again and record. And because of the new graphics card, I went into the graphics settings of this game and just turned a lot of things up. Not everything, just a few things. Turned them way up because I knew the card could handle it. And that was pretty much the point. And they've made some more updates to ATS. They've added more features into the roads so you can feel more. They added another physics slider. Where you have the suspension. That's the suspension stiffness, but there's other things too, though. There's suspension stiffness, the stability. So they have the truck stability, trailer stability. Then they added another one called cabin stability, which I don't understand. I turned that one all the way down too, just like the others. That's why you see my truck move around as much as it does, for realism's sake. But I don't understand why they added a cabin, since the cabin is in the truck and you already have the truck. So stability. So whatever, you know. But yes, so nice having a brake pedal that works again. And I'm getting like at least 2 to 3 times the frame rate that I was getting before. And as soon as I got that graphics card plugged in and everything put back together and started using it, and my eyeballs were thanking me. My OCD was thanking me too. I joke about having OCD. I don't know if I actually do have it, and if I do, it's probably borderline among everything else that I have. Thank you. And the microphone that I got, it's a actual noise cancellation microphone. A little bit more expensive than the others. That last microphone that I had said it was noise cancellation, but it didn't really live up to its name. I asked my son if he wanted it for what he was doing, you know, talking to his friends online while streaming on Twitch. He said sure. So I said, well, test it out first and see if you like it. And it's yours. He said, thank you very much. Also, while playing around, because I went ahead and ran several jobs in ATS, and one of the other updates that they had in ATS is that they finally added the town Texarkana into the Texas map, and oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So yeah, that happened. Blow back on the turbines. What was I talking about? The microphone. Noise cancellation, a little bit more expensive, but it was worth it. So, and it wasn't one of these silly light up ones, you know. I wanted to find one that didn't have all the light up LEDs all over the microphone distracting me. But on, comparable price. So I was able to find one on Amazon, and it's got, a boom on it and stuff, and it has its own volume control. So I just wish there was like a light on it saying when it's on, because sometimes with this noise cancellation I sometimes can't tell if it's actually on or not, and I have to start doing that. So yeah, spent the last couple of days just really enjoying having... Oh, stop. Oh my gosh. I'm still doing good on gas, fuel. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, getting used to having a working brake pedal again. Because I had two buttons set up for the brakes before. One of them was the right mouse button to use as the brakes, because I use the mouse to look around. So when maneuvering, it only made sense to use that. And then the other brake pedal button that I used for the brakes was the B button on the steering wheel, the red button, and that's like for when I'm on the freeway and they're stopped in front of me, I have to hit the brakes, so do that. But it was really hard getting used to having a brake pedal again, so, but it's all good. So now I've retested both my buttons. Well, not really both of them. Just the red B button for the GPS. And I took off the brake from the right mouse button, and I only use now I only use the left mouse button to look straight ahead. So no, I don't have Tracker IR or the more expensive one. That's the one I really like to get. Stop. Got to get used to having a brake pedal again. And yeah, I could increase the brakes and the settings, but I don't want to do that because then it makes them overly sensitive. So I'm leaving that setting where it is. So in previous videos when I was using my W900, and I was running out of air while maneuvering, and that's why I was running out of air so much all the time. Wasn't really anything mechanically wrong with it. It's just me overusing the buttons. Because unlike using the analog brake, pushing a button is all or nothing. So yeah, so with the addition of Texarkana, I went ahead and ran over there. I didn't have a job to Texarkana, I had a job to a Tyler. Then I went from Tyler up to Texarkana just to check it out, because there's probably a lot of people who want to eventually, when they add Georgia, however long that's going to take, after adding Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, and then back down to Louisiana, Arkansas, and on. By the time they get to including Georgia, it's going to be maybe a few years. Okay, right there. So, for those people who want to completely reenact Smoking the Bandit, running from, what was it, Atlanta, Georgia to Texarkana and back within the 28-hour time limit, I think it was. Unfortunately, there's only 3 things that they put in Texarkana, and none of them is a Sam's Club, Walmart, or Target. No store of any kind like that. Because in the movie, Texarkana is where they got the Coors beer to take to Georgia. And back in 1977, when it took place, Coors beer was illegal east of the Sabine River. There we go. I don't think the other job going back to San Antonio is from here, but let's see. Laredo, Brownsville. No. Okay. San Antonio. Yeah. Here we go. So, as I was saying, that back in the day when the movie Smoking the Bandit came out, the whole premise was of them smuggling Coors beer into Atlanta, Georgia. At the time, Coors was illegal east of the Sabine River, which was the Texas-Louisiana border. And I don't remember when it became legal after that. So but most of my relatives live in Mississippi, and you know, cousins, aunts, uncles, my grandparents, they were all from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and Mom and Dad moved back there after they retired. But back in the day when Coors was illegal east of Texas, because of the movie Smokey and the Bandit came out, it was kind of a running joke in our family, because my dad did bring Coors beer across the Texas border into Louisiana, going to into Mississippi. Not that he was really smuggling it or anything like that, it just brought it with us on the trip. And my cousins and aunts and uncles, I mean, not that having Coors was any big treat or anything like that, but everybody got a laugh out of it. What you got for me? Oh, sure. The texts are kind of way up here, but the only thing they have is a construction site, Union Pacific, and then this, whatever that really is. So, I mean, I went over there, you can see that. I don't know what it takes to trip the discovered thing on it, so. I mean, I was hoping that they would have at least had like a Walmart distribution center or something, so that when people really want to reenact Smokey and the Bandit, excuse me? Not here? Okay, they want to do it that way. Coffee. I have skilled parking on here, not safe. Supposed to be using the loading docks, but hey, if they want to run a ramp, put the forklift on a ramp, you know, whatever. It's up to them. Silly. Okay. Load it up. Okay. Nice. Nice to use that as a rest area. Yeah, and I played Sea of Thieves also. It wouldn't really, I mean, I wasn't really doing any jobs or anything. Sometimes I like to play Sea of Thieves just for the sailing aspect of it, just to be out on the sea sailing and all that. And as beautiful as it was before, it was even more beautiful in how smoothly it was running. And you know, Sea of Thieves was always everybody's always remarked about how they nailed the caustic effects of water and all that, you know. And so my eyeballs fell out of my head when I saw how gorgeous everything was now, you know. And I'm already getting used to how smooth this is running now compared to before. It was like, how did I live before? I mean, the last graphics card that I had was just an upgrade from the basic computer that I have, just to take all the computing power off the CPU. And the graphics card was better than what I was running just from the basic computer. And now this upgrade, my goodness, it's like I got a whole new computer. updates on ATS. Like I said, they added more detailing to the road to react to the truck, and I can feel it through my wheel. Sometimes, I mean, you'll see the truck kick up, looking like as if I'm about to eat the steering wheel. And when that happens, I feel it in the thrustmaster wheel. Wish I could find a better sounding horn. I mean, somebody did make a mod that made the freight train sound horn from the W900, which I have, onto this. But, I mean, yeah, I could, but I would have to, like right there, I'd have to change that whole thing on the roof of the cab, take that off in order to fit the double horns on. I don't want to do that, so I like it as it is. So it is what it is. And August 1st is when ATS is releasing the Oklahoma DLC. So be able to start making runs up there. It's Oklahoma, then Kansas, then Nebraska, then the Dakotas, north and south. Then back down to Louisiana. Sportsman's Paradise. San Antonio, 58 miles. Now I can actually read the signs. Read my gauges. Actually, no, I can actually see them. thing I did notice, I had a job that I did to Beaumont and was on my way back to San Antonio from Beaumont, west on I-10. Everything was running smoothly until I was west of Houston on I-10, and I noticed that my frame started tanking, and back down to the frames that I was having before. And after seeing frames like this, and then your frames go, well, start going back down again, it was like, whoa, what's happening? What's going on? So, it only happened on the west side of Houston, so I don't know. And then after I got to a certain point, it started acting right. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. I watch a lot of Jeff Alvignano. He's the one that got me into playing this, and he says that he has problems with Texas in general. I don't. I just have problems around Houston, and I live in Houston. So what does that tell you? Yes, I can actually read and understand what the signs are saying. Yay! And it blows me away, this microphone that I have, is considering how far away it is, and I can hear myself really well. I just don't want it on camera. I was doing some test recordings. And so I've got it set up the way I like it now, where it's comfortable for me. Nothing's in the way of anything else. This is what I got. This is what I got now. This is what I have now. Oh goodness, it's still hard to talk sometimes. Hi. So what are we looking at here? Cut that out. Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, starting to rain. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Give me that money. Maybe I should mute if I'm going to do that. Okay, because of the time, 6 o'clock, I'm going to run over to fuel station, fuel it up, and get ready for the next day. Alrighty, so I'm just going to park it here, and so that's it for today's video, and I'll catch you on the flip side.